Heavy Metal Man. Adam.
I love apple teenies, bitches.
And Tori Spelling.
Tori.
And who else?
Bacon.
No, Bacon.
Heavy Metal, Bacon, 90210, apple teenies.
Right.
All the things that make Adam Adam.
Okay, Adam. So we're going to talk about your game. Because you've
Oh,
only
so
been out of...
it's going to be a quick conversation.
We're going to go straight...
Quick conversation, because there was no game.
We're going to go straight into that. So, many of the fans believe that you were playing the game for Jeff.
I can see why you said that. I can see why they said that. But you know what? I wanted to roll with people that were going to be true to me. I tried with the newbies. They all lied to me. Well, not all of them, but 2 of them lied to me. And I figured the only way I was going to get further in the game was to work with people that I could trust. Jeff and Jordan showed me a lot of love. I trusted them. The other side was talking to me. They thought they had me, but they never talked to me. They never filled me in on their plans. So I didn't want to roll with them. I decided to play an honest game and roll with Jeff and go head-to-head with him at the end. I showed that I could keep up with him in the Rock Up the Hill challenge. I figured it's going to come down to a question and answer near the end. I'll excel at that, and I'll be able to get him out. Him and I had an agreement. We roll together until we go head-to-head.
Okay.
And I wanted the chance to go head-to-head with him, beat him, and prove to everybody that I
Did
deserved
you really
it.
think that with Jeff being the fan favorite, with him having, America's favorite, in fact, did you really think that you would beat him in the final 2?
I didn't know. I thought I'd be able to get rid of him at final 4.
Okay, so you had intentions on getting rid of him.
Yeah, and Jeff and I even talked about that. We talked about rolling until we had to get to the point where we had to go against each other. Get everybody else out.
Okay.
Let me, Jordan, Jeff, and Shelly, the 4 of us, were going to roll together.
Okay.
And then when we started doubting Shelly, we're like, okay, me, Rachel, Jeff, and Jordan. I knew that was going to be even tougher. But again, if I could prove that I could beat them, then I could deserve the money. I know up to that point, I wasn't doing much game.
Right.
I didn't need to. I let all the other people fight against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I get in the middle of a gunfight? Why do you purposely go in the middle of 2 people shooting guns at each other? So let them battle it out.
Right.
Whoever's left standing at the end, go against them. So.
I mean, and I understand, you're being called the ultimate floater, but that gameplay got you to final 3.
Final 3.
So
I gave myself an opportunity to win. If I didn't smoke and I didn't throw those goggles.
Why did you throw those goggles?
For the record, the goggles cost me about 45 seconds. I lost by 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
But why did you throw the goggles?
I went underneath. The goggles filled up with water. I couldn't see, so I got out. I threw them out. When I went back down, the water was not clear.
Right.
So I couldn't see anything when I went back under. I figured with the water getting into the goggles, it was hurting. But it turned out you needed the goggles and just release them every time up.
So had you gotten to final 2 with either Porsche or Rachel, do you think you could have won?
If I won the final competition, the final HOH, and I got there by myself, there was no way you could deny me. There was no way you could deny me the money.
Now,
if I won that final HOH, I could say, look, I rolled with people, I played an honest game, I fought, I won when I had to, I deserve the money.
Do you think that would have convinced the jury when it was stacked so heavily with vets, when Rachel, say you were up against Rachel, she had won all those competitions, she was up against all odds the entire game?
You never play the Big Brother What If game, but if I was against Rachel, it would have been a tougher sell. If I was against Portia, I probably would have had it.
Now, people are wondering why you cast your vote, the final vote, for Porsche and not Rachel, when you guys had an agreement. And did you see her face? Have you seen the finale?
Yes.
Did you see her face?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
and
so.
For the record, I never guaranteed her my vote. I said I would probably vote for the person. I never said you are 100% getting the vote.
So what was the deciding factor in your final vote?
Because honestly, and I played an honest game, I saw Shelly's vote. I saw Shelly voted for Rachel.
Oh, you saw?
I knew Rachel had already won, and I decided to give it to Portia because my intention was a newbie winning the game. So Portia, she's a great girl. She's a friend of mine. She was true to me, even though we were on opposite sides. We would always talk. We were true to each other. Rachel, I stood by her. I picked her up when she was down. That was my argument to her to take me to the final 2. She told me no floaters to the end, no floaters to the end. She took a floater to the end. She went against her word.
So you think Portia's a floater?
Oh, definitely.
More so than
me.
Really?
Right,
How so?
First 3 weeks, who did Portia side with? The veterans.
Right.
The next 3 weeks, who did Portia side with? Danielle, Kalia, Danny. Every Tuesday, you would see Portia start going back and hanging out with Rachel. she would not hang out with Rachel while the other team was in power, but every Tuesday he would see Portia hang out with Rachel. So they were trying to rebuild their friendship just in case Rachel's side got the power. Portia was.
But you were playing a similar game because before the Pandora's box, before Rachel and Jordan had a semblance of power, you were really hanging tough with Danny and Kalia.
But I wasn't hanging tough with them. They were feeding me a little bit of information here and there. They were not being true to me. They wanted me to make moves for them, but they never included me into their plans. Jeff always included me in his plans.
But Jeff wasn't there at that point.
Oh, day 55 after the fast forward, 4 newbies and 2 veterans.
And you quickly.
No, we decided this is what we started day 1. Put bygones in the past, start over.
But
within 24 hours, Shelly told me that Kalia's deal was bullshit. The other people were telling me about Kalia's deal. You make a final 2 deal with somebody, you don't tell anybody about it.
Okay.
And so when Jordan and Rachel talked to me, and I told Jordan, I said, Jordan, I'm rolling with them now, and she respected me for it. As soon as the caddying started, as soon as the lies started with Shelly and Kalia again, I said, you know what, do I want to play with liars or do I want to play with people that I trust? And I went back to Jordan.
Okay. So it wasn't a power shift, it was that you felt betrayed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hey, if you put 4 people put fists in and say, we're rolling together, work together, don't start making side deals behind the back, don't talk about you behind the back, work together, and that's what they never did to me. So, you know what, that's who I am in real life. I came into the house, I wanted to play the manipulator game, saw all the big egos, saw the veterans coming back that knew the game better than I did. And you know what, people already flipped. The people I was working with, I didn't know who were the 2 people that flipped, so I said I can't trust anyone.
Okay. Well, no matter what, you got to Final 3.
At the Final 3.
That's better than a lot of us in this room.
Exactly. And again, when you see people making big moves, what happens? They end up getting themselves out.
Yeah.
Brendan was the best competitor in the house. Brendan was even better than Rachel. Brendan deserves to win the game. And Rachel won. Hopefully Rachel's using the money to help Brendan's career because Brendan is a straight up guy. I loved him. Rachel's a great girl. I just think she played the victim. Not on she wanted people to feel sorry for her, but she was bringing it on.
Okay.
And and that's Rachel, and I do like her as a person. And when I gave her the pep talks, I really wanted her to come out of her shell, put Brendan behind her, and start playing her game. But she just sat there wallowing. Brendan comes back, she's happy again. Brendan left the second time. That actually made her the better player.
Right.
So,
and she won.
Won, and she deserved it.
Right.
100% she deserved it. Votes were already in. I knew I was not the deciding vote for the first time.
Okay.
All year I was not the deciding vote.
Okay.
So except for...
You went for Portia.
I went for Portia. I threw it to the newbie.
Okay.
The other time my vote didn't matter was when I voted for Jeff to stay over Rachel. And I said, you know what, Jeff was true to me. I'll stay true to him.
Okay.
I knew my vote didn't matter. My vote did not matter. Kalia had to break the tie.
Right. All right. Well, thank you, Adam.
Chima, so
Good
great to
talking
meet
to
you.
I know you weren't a big fan of mine, but it's fine.
After living in the house, I'm a fan of everybody. Ever played this game.
Yeah.
And I would hope that other players and other fans realize when you're in that house,
Right.
you have to do whatever you have to do to get by.
Right.
And the way I played the game, I got by.
You got by.
I got by, and
made it to the very end.
I gave myself an opportunity. I did not deserve to win the game. Might have deserved second place because I was true and honest. But nice guys finished third. Look at my boy Enzo.
Right.
Bayonne's own Enzo.
It's a Jersey thing.
It's a Jersey thing. Nice guys finished third. When you're true and loyal to people, you get shit on at the end.
Oh yeah, I agree. All right.
Chima, great to meet you.
You as well, honey. Have fun.
Thank you.